Welcome to the MLB Coast to Coast podcast brought to you by thelines.com. Coming to you from out here on the West Coast, Josh Lander, and I am Ryan Solo once more looking at a Thursday tiny little slate of baseball with you guys. Just a few picks here for you. As I said, it's a pretty small slate today as a bunch of teams have off on this usual off day on Thursdays. Had a pretty decent day yesterday, only lost out on 0.15 units. Would have loved to get that Baltimore game, man. We had it in hand. Kyle Bradish just needed to not give up another couple runs in the fifth. And he couldn't do that. And as a result, they were down in the first five. So got that one wrong for Baltimore and Philly with a nice payday that we missed out on. Carlos Rodon was the favorite bet of yesterday. He was supposed to get 6.5 Ks. He went under that as predicted. We put 0.4 units on that for minus 115. So pretty good return for a baseball bet at minus 115 there. And because we only put 0.2 units on the Mets and the Yankees to go over 8.5, that was a dumb bet. That was the least favorite of the night. I'm done giving you guys bets that I think might happen as opposed to the ones I feel very confident about. I don't need to give you three if there aren't three. Sometimes on a baseball slate, I just don't see the value there. And that's going to be kind of the case today. I'll be able to at least tout a couple of pitchers for Thursday that I'll be talking about. But make sure to like and subscribe, please, and follow along as I'll be continuing to bring these videos to you guys each and every weekday this regular season. We'll be joined by my co-host Nate on the Coast to Coast podcast here for thelines.com as soon as he's back from vacation. Also want you to head to thelines.com, check out the great content we are putting up on the site right now, and use that odds finder tool that we have up there. You can make sure that you're getting the best bets available to you from all of these books that are giving us bets this MLB season. So we are 11-13, still up 0.55 units on the season as we dive into Thursday. I know this is early. Ohtani is where I'm going. There's not much value there. I looked at this stuff last night and bet it, and I just wanted to shout it out in case anybody has a minute to get a bet in on Ohtani. Over 17.5 outs, you're not going to get great juice anywhere, but I'm going to take that, and I would parlay it today with something else that I like, which is for the Tigers pitcher Michael Lorenzen to not get a win in that game. So combine Shohei to get the set over 17.5 outs, Michael Lorenzen to not get a win in this game, and you combine those two to get it up to about you get about even money now, plus 105 for those two things to happen together. I like those if you can get that kind of stuff in real quick. Let me just jump through a few others. Like I said, not a lot to choose from today, but my favorite bet of the day is Justin Steele against this Cardinals lineup, and he's at 5.5 strikeouts is his prop, which I really like. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the over on that. He's been a really, really good play this year for strikeouts, regardless of whether or not he's able to get, the ERA, keep the ERA down. He does get the Ks, and he's especially against the Cards, which is the matchup that I'm really looking forward to here. He struck out 17 Cardinals in less than 13 innings when he's faced them this year in two different outings. He struck out at least 6 batters in 4 of his previous 5 before this Thursday start against the Cards anyway. So feel really good about that. And the Cardinals are striking out. Like, they look a lot better for sure. Give them their due. I don't really like betting against them for the other team to win at this point, just because of the fact that they've been hitting the ball. They seem like a team that just doesn't have anything to lose at this point, only gain. So they're playing a little bit more easy and free. They're healthier, which helps as well. Their pitchers have been playing a little bit better. So my point here is I'm just focused on the fact that they have the 11th highest strikeout rate against left-handed pitching in the month of July. And that's a rate of about 25.5%. So if they're going to strike out a quarter of the time that they're facing these lefties, and Justin Steele's been striking them out at a rate of more than a K per 9, I mean, more than a K per inning, I should say, right? More than 9 Ks per 9, then I would feel pretty good that in the 5 innings that he's going to pitch, at least, if not 6, that he's going to replicate those numbers here and continue to pan out the way that he has been, especially in these situations where he's facing a lineup that just isn't quite as good against lefties. They can hit him. They just can't really, they can't avoid striking out too often. That's where I'm at with Justin Steele. So 0.4 units for him to get over 5.5 strikeouts. And the last bet that I'm bringing you here today is, just 3. Hopefully you can get the Ohtani one in. If not, it's 2. But it's the only other bet I feel really good about. And it's another pitcher that I'm riding with, and it's Tanner Bibee on the Guardians to go ahead and get over 6 Ks in this one. Bibee's been super solid lately. He struck out at least 7 batters in 3 of his previous 5. They're taking on the White Sox here. Just traded Lucas Giolito. We know that they're not exactly trying anymore this season. Lance Lynn, probably the next one to go for the White Sox. But Bibee over here now taking on that White Sox team after being a strikeout machine, essentially, at least 5 in all 5 of those games, his last 5 as well. And the White Sox, a team that's already given up, combined with the fact that they already have a top 5 most Ks and highest K rate versus right-handers this season. It's up above 27%. They're not getting runs around the plate. They have a sub 80 WRC plus against lefties, against righties. So in these situations, they don't even walk either. Under 5% walk rate as well over the past 3 or 4 weeks against this righty pitching. And look, man, I mean, maybe you think Tim Anderson's going to have a slight turnaround. He's been a little bit better, but there's really nobody left in Chicago that should give you too much fear. And they have been striking out so much that the play here for Bibee to get 6 or more strikeouts feels pretty good considering how often he's been doing that lately and how poorly the White Sox are playing right-handed pitching. So that's all the time I have for you. Just a quick hitter today for you guys on this super small slate. At least wanted to get a couple bets out there for you that I am playing today. So continue to follow along, like and subscribe. Be coming back to you with a nice, much more robust Friday slate in baseball for you. So until I see you next, happy betting.